In this video, I want to solve the problem. A swimming pool is 20 feet in diameter, has a wooden deck that is 3 feet wide, a fence around the outside of the deck, and 4 feet of water. How many square feet is the deck? How many feet of fencing is required to go around the deck? And how many gallons of water is required to fill the pool to a depth of 4 feet? So first of all, now let's look at what is given in the problem. The first thing is we know the pool diameter is going to be 10 feet, and the deck radius, or the width of the deck, is 3 feet. Abbreviate that by foot, that single line there. So the total radius of the pool plus the deck is going to be 10 feet plus 3 feet is equal to 13 feet. Okay, so that's the outside radius. The water depth is equal to 4 feet, and we need the conversion factor that 7.48 gallons is equal to 1 cubic foot. So there's the basic information that we need to know. Now in part A, how many square feet is the deck? So we want to break this up into two problems. First of all, we want to consider the outside deck and then the pool on the inside and subtract these two areas. So the pool we know is 10 foot, and we know the deck width is 3 foot. So let's look at the outside area first of all. And we know the area is pi r squared. We know the outer distance here, we can just calculate that as 13 feet. So it's pi times 13 squared. Now let's go to our online calculator to do that. So we want to do pi times 13 squared. That's equal to 530.9. So let's put that over here. That's equal to 530.9, and that's square feet. Now this is going to be the area of the pool, is also pi times r squared. In this case, the radius is 10 feet, quantity squared, so that's equal to 100 pi. Let's do that in our calculator. We can do that in our head, but we're going to use our calculator. Clear all, and we want to do 100 times pi, 314.1. Putting this back into our, that's 314.1, and that's square feet also. So now the difference, which is going to be the area of the deck, the delta's difference symbol. So the outside minus the inside is equal to 530.9 minus 314.1. Do that in our calculator again. So we have 530.9 minus 314.1. And that's going to give us 216.8. 216.8 square feet. So that is going to be the area of decking that we're going to need to purchase to build the deck around it. Now in part B, we want to calculate how many feet of fencing is required to go around the deck. So here we're going to calculate the circumference. And the formula for the circumference is 2 times pi times the diameter. So we've got 2 pi, and then we know the diameter is the 13 feet because that's the outside of the pool plus the decking. So that's equal to 26 pi, just multiplying that out, Let's use our calculator. So we've got 26 times pi, 81.7. So that one, we've got 81.7, and that's going to be linear feet. So that's how many feet of decking we need to purchase, roughly 82 feet at least, to go around the outside of the pool to keep it safe. Now in part C, we will determine how many gallons of water is required to fill the pool. We need to know basically how much we're going to have to get so we can fill the pool and how much that's going to cost us. Let's go back to that. What we have really is just a cylinder of water. It's 10 foot in diameter, and we know we're filling it to a depth of 4 feet, so that's the height. So now the volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared times the height of the cylinder. So in this case we have pi, and the radius is 10 feet, quantity squared, times 4, so that's equal to 400 pi. Let's look at our calculator. So we've got 400 times pi. That's equal to 1,256.6. That's equal to 1,256.6, and that is cubic feet. That's the units. Now let's do the convert to gallons. So if we've got 1,256.6 cubic feet, the conversion factor is 7.48 gallons per cubic feet. Here the cubic feet cancel, so we're going to be left with this number times this number. Let's get into our calculator. And we've got 1,256.6 times, times 7.48. And that is going to be equal to 9,399.4, roughly. Putting that back into our, so that's 9,399.4, and that's going to be gallons, or approximately 4,000 gallons. So that's our answer. We need about 4,000 gallons of water to fill the pool. Hope you liked this video, got something out of it. If you did, give me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you also have any ideas of future videos, leave it in the comments section. I appreciate it. Might be able to do a video on it.